Welcome to the fucking Above and Below podcast.
No.
The show where above average guys with below fucking average intelligence talk about everything nerdy, geeky, and otherwise. Thanks for joining us today into the journey of the unknown as four dudes work to understand their place in the vast expanse of the fucking universe. So sit back, spark up a hookah, grab a beer, and enjoy. My name is Tony.
Hi, I'm Brad.
I like how the only way he could get through that is being sarcastic as fuck. I'm Steven.
Damien, Prince of Darkness.
This man, his fucking emo-ass hat and his hair covering his eye.
I'm Bobby. Hi, guys.
He's literally like Spider-Man 3 Peter Parker right now.
That's the pinnacle.
He's about to start fucking dancing.
So, Steve, you said you had a joke you want to share with everyone.
Oh my god, yes.
All right, take it away.
So, I can't take credit for this joke. I heard it online, but it made me it made me chuckle to the point where I had to share it to people. And I've been telling people at work all day, and so I want to bring it to the podcast. If you guys know where this joke is going, don't say anything till the very end.
Gotta ruin it.
I will throw this bottle.
I hate when Cody does that shit to me. We're like, you know those fuckers, real quick, you know those fuckers that you're like, hey, I got this really funny fucking joke. And he's just like, what? And I'll go, knock, knock, and they go, come in. Nobody fucking likes you. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. Those are like the worst.
The worst
people.
fucking people.
All right. So this guy goes to a bar, right? And he sits down and he asks the bartender for a pint of Guinness. And the bartender looks at him and goes, I'm sorry, sir, I can't do that. Oh, well, why can't you? He goes, well, if I give you a pint of Guinness, the bats are going to get you. He was a little confused, but he really wanted a Guinness. So he goes down to the bar next door. He sits down and he's like, sir, can I have a Guinness? He goes, nope, I can't give you a Guinness. The bats are going to get you. He was really confused. He spent all night bar crawling, trying to get this pint of Guinness, but he would get the same response. No, sir, I'm sorry. If I give you a pint of Guinness, the bats are going to get you. So he made it his mission to get a fucking pint of Guinness. So he goes through the whole city, gets the same answer. He starts traveling state by state, bar to bar, and he gets the same answer. Sorry, sir, I can't give you a pint of Guinness. The bats are going to get you. He starts traveling the world. He goes on this adventure for 5 fucking years, going country to country. And every time he met with the same response. Sorry, sir, I can't give you a pint of Guinness. The bats are going to get you. Eventually, after 5 years, he makes it to a bar that's on the beach in Vietnam. And he goes, sir, can I have a pint of Guinness? And to his surprise, the guy starts pouring it for him. He's like, oh my God, I finally made it. So he sits down, he sees the sunset, it's a beautiful sight. He's all emotional, remembering his fucking 5 years of adventure. The bartender puts the cup down in front of him. He takes a sip. It tastes like the nectar of the gods. Then the bats got him.
I knew exactly what I thought you were going to be a lot more dramatic, but they'd be like, yeah, so these bats came and fucking took them.
No, just the bats got him.
That is arguably one of the best, worst jokes I've ever heard. It reminds me of my favorite joke of all time. Hey, Steve. What's green and has wheels?
What?
Grass. I lied about the wheels.
There's also the one where why did Amy fall off the swing? Because she didn't have arms. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Not
Amy.
No. The pinnacle of comedy is...
Oh, wait. Can I say mine first?
Sure. Save the best for last.
Okay, good. So there's these two muffins.
You son of a bitch!
Go ahead.
So, okay, guys. There are these 2 muffins in an oven, right? And one of them says to the other, boy, it's hot in here. And the other one goes, ah! A talking muffin!
I've literally enjoyed this joke so much in telling people, engaging their reactions. I have translated the joke to Spanish so I can tell it to my mom when I call her this weekend. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
My favorite thing to do recently is I've been telling people to get on their phones, Google nuclear weapons, hit shopping, and then I'll say, enjoy your call from the FBI, asshole.
I got a joke. There's these 3 guys, right? You guys probably have heard this. And if you did, just listen. there's these 3 guys, right? And they're all having this competition to see who can throw a brick the highest. And they're like, well, how are we going to know who throws it the highest? So he goes, easy. We'll go over to the mud and we'll throw them. And whatever sinks lower, that's who threw it the highest.
Right.
First guy throws it, goes a foot in. Second guy throws it, goes 3 feet down. Third guy walks over, throws it, and it just doesn't come back down. So,
Oh, I know.
It leads to another joke that I really like. So there's this this girl, she's getting ready to go on a plane. You're not allowed to smoke, you're not allowed to bring your pets, and all that. And she has a parrot, and she really wants to bring this parrot. So she shoves the parrot in her shirt, right? And she's sitting on the plane with the parrot hidden. The captain's walking around smoking this big old cigar, and he's like, hey, saying, good afternoon. Good afternoon, enjoy your flight. Hope you enjoy your flight. Good afternoon. He gets to the lady, and she's sitting there, and the bird's moving around in her shirt, making noises. He goes, afternoon, ma'am. She goes, hello, sir. Very obviously nervous. Bird squawks. He goes, hey, is that a bird? You don't know how to bring that on the plane. Reaches in her shirt, pulls the bird out, and fucking throws it out the window. She goes, well, you're not allowed to smoke that cigar on this plane. Takes the cigar out, throws it out the fucking window. And so the captain gets all mad, and, the cigar's gone, the lady's mad, her bird's gone, so he goes back to sit in the cockpit, and he starts flying the plane. And he hears tapping on the window. And he looks out, and it's the bird. It's holding the brick.
What podcast was that from?
Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, halfway through that, I didn't get it until you said brick and it didn't come back. And it was the switch that I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. No, I found it on TikTok. I have these like Reddit posts that they read aloud, and it was that. And I'm just like, oh shit, I need to tell this one. That one was good. So yeah, Brad, you have been super excited about a recent news. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, we're gonna hit up Tony first, who's excited about other things.
Well, I guess I'm fucking excited about something. You could have just...
You're excited.
You could have just done your story.
No, I had to put this pressure on you.
So Overwatch...
No, with passion.
So Overwatch 2!
Better.
Oh, he's gatekeeping Overwatch now.
No, I'm not. What? That's not even close to what was happening.
I'm just kidding.
So Overwatch 2 is coming out. The beta, at the very least, is coming out on the 28th. I'm super excited about it. I've been watching a ton of reviews for it, and it seems like removing a second tank was the actual golden ticket for the game.
No, bullshit.
I know what you're thinking. You just want to be able to play with a larger group of people,
yes.
and that it's negatively impacting that from you. But when it really comes down to it, a second wall fucking sucks. How many times are you trying to push a choke or anything, and it's just Orisa wall, Reinhardt wall. When one goes down, the other comes up, and back and forth, and back and forth, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Double shields.
I'm going to stop you there. I've been having some PTSD with that statement. My team never has fucking shields. It's a Diva Hog or a Diva fucking Zarya. It's never shields. I never have shields.
And now on Overwatch 2, only one person gets to be the shield, and they're not gonna fucking do it.
So the benefit of that is better movement, right?
Yeah, so a lot of the characters that do have shields, either like with Orisa, she got a total rework. They got rid of her shield and gave her a shitload of other abilities. She's like a hyper mobile tank now. Super fucking fun looking. And then like even with Reinhardt, they lowered the health of the shield, but they gave him additional movement abilities, like his charge can be canceled. Seems like a super like whatever kind of thing. But the tech that you can do with a canceled charge is insane.
You really fake some people out.
You can fake people out. Also, if they just move to the side, you just stop and hit them.
I say, or in the right push, yeah. Start making them draw your aggro as your team pushes up behind.
You get a double fire strike now, and it does more damage.
Does he at least walk faster?
No, but all the tanks have like no. They have like a massive reduction to their CC. So, like, they don't take any, they don't get booped as easily anymore. All of the DPS did have a speed increase, actually. They all have, like, a 12% movement speed. It's 10. Okay, sorry, IT guy. Fucked it up.
You gotta do this.
So, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The grass looks greener on the other side. But when we get there...
The game looks beautiful.
Yes, but we get there. The Overwatch 2 meta comes out, and it's going to be everyone complaining about just different problems.
Well, yeah,
It's not gonna
of course
change
we're gonna have
anything.
fucking problems.
So all they did,
every
all they
game
did
has a
was
meta that eventually becomes a thing.
All they did was effectively cut out your sixth man. So, if there's a group of people like us who have 6 players, one of us just can go fuck ourselves.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we've also been playing Call of Duty for years.
Just because it's different doesn't make it good. It makes it different.
Unfortunately,
people are excited about the difference.
Unfortunately, the fucking gaming is starting to come. I mean, first we had couch gaming basically killed, and then
Pour one out for the homies.
we had but then you can still play online with decently sized people. But now it's gone down to shrinking those parties. I mean,
That's
the only
because
place
everything's like a competitive format now.
which is
for
a
online
fucking
gaming.
problem. Like that's not fun all the time. I mean, it's good like in the moment for a little bit, but what happened to the just like let's get on with the homies and have a good time?
See,
You gotta
You
get
have
a
to
good
be-
co-op game then.
See,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
that's
you gotta
hard,
play a
super
different
fucking
game.
hard.
See, that's the problem. Like, because I agree with Steve a lot. I love competitive games. They're tons of fun. I'm dog shit at them, but I still have fun. But sometimes it just wears and fucking tears on you. And with crossplay coming out and all that stuff, you're with like everybody. So you're getting the brunt
Just
of
get
everything.
good, Bobby.
It's Battle Royale's fault. I'm looking at you, IT guy.
See,
And you know it. You know it's, he's shaking his head. Yes, he knows that it's fucking Battle Royale's fault.
The market has 100% moved away from like just having fun.
Yeah.
Now, like,
You
don't
want-
get- there's some really good games that are good for it.
you want to know a really good, fun couch co-op game? I recommend everybody play this at this table. With
Tiny,
your
Tiny Tina's.
Okay, Tiny Tina's is fantastic. I wanna
Problem
play
is,
more.
well, you know what's funny? I'm sorry to interrupt, but literally same problem though. You max out at 4 people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I get why you max out at 4 people, but literally you run out of games that you could play as a big group. Call of Duty was the best one before fucking it became all focused in the Battle Royale. Now all of them are, you just get the fucking game to level up guns. The maps are lukewarm. There's no fun. They've changed their focus.
I think that that's going to be rectified actually with Modern Warfare 2. I think.
But here's the thing: Modern Warfare 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, and I think the Modern
And
Warfare
then
2
they
is gonna
came
be
out
the
with
same.
Warzone,
Well,
and everyone wants to be TTV Tim the Tap Man.
I disagree, and here's why. Because Modern Warfare 1 was designed before Battle Royale became their big thing. And then Battle Royale came out, and they stopped focusing on the game as hard, which makes sense because it was like a year into the life cycle. But then you had Black Ops, or you had, was it Cold War? You had Cold War, and then you had fucking Vanguard, which at that point, their big selling point was the Battle Royale format. And all of those maps and all of those multiplayers felt like just a fucking afterthought because they had to focus on the big thing.
My only disagreement is it's going back to Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward 100% is focused on making Modern Warfare 2 a great standalone game.
Let's hope so.
Like
Because I was excited for Cold War.
Modern Warfare 2019 brought us back to Call of Duty. I think that Infinity Ward's going to pull it again. I think they're going to do it again.
Here's my only problem. Is because they keep pushing not Vanguard, I'm sorry. Warzone 2. That's going to be their big thing to bring it back. It's Warzone 2, not necessarily the multiplayer.
They're not focused actually as much on that as you might think. Warzone 2 is not coming out for at least 6 months after Modern Warfare releases. So we have a pretty solid window again where we can just really enjoy just Call of Duty the way it used to be.
I've said this the last couple of times, and to be fair, I didn't buy Cold War. Because I was the staunch defender of Cold War until it fucking released.
It was bad.
I played the beta and I'm like, well, maybe they'll change it. Maybe it's not going to be this weird, get a level bar above your head and shooting. And it was that, and I'm like, I'm not fucking playing this.
No, Cold War was.
And then Vanguard was fine. Vanguard was okay. That's my problem. Vanguard was just okay.
It could have been great, but they didn't.
And
put
then
enough time
shaky
into it.
cam and smoke. I don't fucking get it. That was their whole thing.
There's fire and smoke on my map for 45
Let's go
fucking
running,
minutes.
guys. Let's go fucking. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I can't see 2 feet in front of me because there's smoke. Oh, I just got sniped.
You know that video of that blind kid playing football?
Yeah, that's me playing Vanguard all the fucking time.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, if you guys really want a fun game, and everybody here has a significant other, and you will probably yell at them, and they will yell at you, but it's a super fun experience. It Takes Two.
Yeah.
It Takes Two is so much fucking. I'm telling you, and you, because you agreed with me, IT guy, that all of you should totally invest in it and play with your significant other. It's so much fucking fun. It couch co-op, or if you just both play on a different screen, it's fantastic in that game. They did it so well.
It won Game of the Year last year, didn't it?
Yep, that's how good. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing from what I've heard.
I'm buying it tomorrow. Yeah, because that's when we're gonna go. That's when Tins and I are gonna go to the shop. It's closing down. I'm just going by GameStop or Walmart. I'm buying Mario the soccer game specifically because it is 8-player co-op.
That sounds like
It's
fun.
4v4, and there's 8 controllers that you can play in local multiplayer.
You say 4v4, but it's just going to turn into us slamming Brad into an electric fence for 45 minutes.
Come at me, bro.
I've heard fantastic things about the mechanics of this game because I've been eyeing it. And I was gonna get it day one, but this check didn't stretch out as far as I wanted it to. The functionality of the game's great. It looks great, and I think for the novelty of 8 of us to play, I'm willing to spend $60 on.
So speaking of Overwatch,
I'm excited for it.
no, I think it's
I'm
gonna.
down.
There's
we're
some
gonna
things
play
that they've changed.
We're gonna play 7 people. Tony can play Overwatch too.
There's some things that they're changing though, that are gonna be really better for the game. They got rid of loot boxes. That's just out of the game
Thank
now.
God.
It's gonna be a battle pass.
See,
system
I
now.
think that's worse because you can earn loot boxes by playing. You have to buy the battle pass to get all of the shit. That
But-
annoys the fuck out of me.
But
Everything
in
gets a
Flip,
battle
though,
pass.
the game is gonna be free to play.
Okay,
Here's my thing. You know what they should do? You haven't played much of the new Yu-Gi-Oh, have you?
no.
So you can gain gems.
I'm still waiting for DJ to make my lesbian nun deck.
You can still get gems in game, and their battle pass is bought with in-game currency, and you get it a lot more than you do in like COD.
But you won't do that in Overwatch.
What do you mean?
You're not gonna get.
Oh, I know. That's
We
what I'm
don't-
saying.
we don't
They
know
should
that,
do it like
actually.
that.
We
I'm
actually
hoping
don't
they
know.
do.
They should.
Yeah.
But Blizzard is a shit company.
I think what they need to do for battle passes.
Well, they're owned
and
by
this,
Xbox now. So.
this would work because everyone likes to
They're
spend
still
money
Blizzard.
to do things faster. The battle pass should be you should be able to for free unlock everything, but you should be able to pay to just do it twice as fast.
People would pay for that, I feel.
People
Yes,
would pay for that.
they
Yeah,
would.
that's not a bad idea.
Here's the only thing. You can't do it as bad as EA did, where you put everything behind a paywall if you want to get it faster and just make the grind unbearable like they did with Battlefront 2.
That's
yeah,
true.
that is.
But
true.
But they
That is
fixed
true.
it.
After the fucking
Yeah, and now
internet
it's dead.
exploded. And now it's dead. Such a good game. It's super fun to play.
It's so fun.
But the internet dropped it like a bad habit the moment they were like, oh, you can pay for it all and you get it right now, or you can spend 80 hours. What did they say? It's to like feel a sense of accomplishment when you get the fucking item. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
You know how many enemies you used to have to kill with Darth Maul to get? I think you still might have to do it with Darth Maul to get his like Dark Master skin. It's like, let me Google it because I don't want to
Yeah.
give a wrong number, but it's fucking annoying as fuck.
And it's super fun. Battlefront 2.
It's a great game. It really.
I
is.
wish it wasn't fucking dead and they added crossplay because I play that game with you guys all the fucking time.
Yeah.
That game is just truly just fun.
It's just
that is one of those
really good
games
Star
where
Wars.
I understand it's competitive, but like that's a game that I can jump on and just have fun with. I could lose like 0 to 50 and still have a great fucking time.
So some things that also excite me about Overwatch is the fact that they're actually going to be making it a live service game. I know that the Battle Pass obviously have mixed feelings about it, but that at least gives us hope that it's not going to just die out like Overwatch 1 did. Where it just kind of fell flat one day and just nobody played it, So I think it's gonna be good. Like they're gonna keep constant updates. There's gonna be new skins rolling around every corner. Like now they have the new setup is every 9 weeks, I think it is.
Every month?
No, it's 9 weeks. Yeah, 9 weeks.
IT is gonna.
They're doing a new season, and that's gonna come with a new battle pass. So like I can't.
I just hope it's not stuck behind a fucking paywall because then all the new skins and all that's gonna be for naught.
It's gonna be good though. The new heroes are coming free to the game every time they come out. They've already got the 3.
If you have to pay-
I was gonna say you have to
You
pay.
don't have to pay for the heroes.
Good,
Oh,
because
I'm saying,
that's something that
yeah.
Apex does that I just.
That's also
fucking
something
hate.
that like League does that I'm not a huge fan
But
of.
there's a difference. League has 160 guys. You can earn them all with in-game currency.
And with their new partnership with Microsoft next year, if you have the Microsoft
Pass.
Game Pass, you just get all the champions. I'm not buying champions anymore.
Don't.
I'm waiting for a year.
Yeah, don't. You already
Yeah,
have
no,
Game
that's
Pass.
actually-
What's the point?
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as they release that, I'm getting it. And I get all the fucking champions. I'm
You
super
also
excited.
get all the TFT little legends.
I'm so fucking excited.
So, did you find that number, Bobby?
So it used, I think, from what I'm reading, I'm not gonna do extensive work because I don't want to waste time.
That's fine.
From what I'm reading, you used to have to get 5,000 kills with Darth Maul alone.
Jesus Christ.
They changed it apparently to where you can just do it with any dark side hero, so it's easier to do now. But it used to be 5,000 kills with Darth Maul, and if you've played the game, you know how hard it is to get a hero in an online match because you have to do it online.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You might be able to do it offline. I mean, not offline. Against bots in the co-op mode. But my point being,
That's still a lot of time to
Still
sink.
a grind.
yeah,
still
it's
a
super
motherfucking
grindy.
grind.
But now you can do it with any dark side hero. So now you don't have to worry about, oh no,
I'm
Darth
not
Maul's
on a
been
map,
taken.
Yeah, or I'm not on a map where I can pick Darth Maul.
Yeah. So that's that.
I just don't like the grind anymore. I used to when I had all the time in the world.
You know,
but-
game was super fun until they added a battle pass for me.
What?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Had a
Yeah.
pass?
That's when I stopped playing. It was super fun. You just, if you wanted a skin, you just bought it. But half the time that doesn't matter because you don't give a shit about
Right.
skins.
My thought process behind battle passes though is if you're gonna do a battle pass, the game better be free to play
Rewarding as well.
and very rewarding. Call of Duty kind of sucks at that actually. They have a really good battle pass. They have a battle pass system that's good. It's just unfortunately the cosmetics that you unlock and the shit
It's
you
dog
get is
shit.
just bad.
Yeah, because
When
they want you to
Infinity
pay-
Ward was running it though, that shit was way fucking better.
Dude,
You
all
used to
the
get
I would
vehicle
disagree.
skins.
Because
Or
they
vehicle
made you pay.
skins
They
and,
made
like-
you pay for all the good stuff.
Didn't they do guns that
Well,
you couldn't
yeah.
unlock unless you had the battle pass?
No,
You had to go
that's
all
through
the
the battle
I'm pretty sure all
pass.
the
You had to
guns
go
were
through the
free
battle pass.
for everybody.
Yeah,
and
but you had to
just
go
to
through the
progress.
battle pass to get them.
They still have that. That's good.
See, what
But-
I miss about Infinity Ward with that is, while yes, you had to pay for all the super cool skins or get the battle pass, they were cool tactical skins. And now, all the skins that they offer are flashy and they just look
It's-
fucking dumb. And
here's
there's some that are cool.
I disagree with you 100% only because of the rose skin. You couldn't get into a fucking lobby without the neckbeards rose skins that bought it when it came out, and that became the new fucking meta skin.
You wore the next blackest skin. Yeah.
Bobby, that's racist.
No, he wore the what was it? What the fuck was his name? I don't remember.
And
It was
and
like
even-
Nico
they're-
or something.
they're
No.
They're
It was
fucking
a-
fixed
It
for
was a
their.
Milson's operator.
Their fucking
Oh.
fix for the fucking rose skin didn't even help.
No, it didn't.
It's good now.
It's good
It just
now.
took them
Yeah.
like 2 years to do.
Well,
it.
now you don't even see anybody.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because
Because there's fucking jungle everywhere.
Well, apparently they're taking out
They're taking the.
50% of the foliage.
which is gonna be good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, like 10 seconds before the
Great.
fucking next company takes it.
can we not fight uphill constantly even when we're at the top of the hill? That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean that would be nice.
That sucks.
I think you said it best when we were playing the one time, Tony, is that they made a beautiful map.
They did.
It is not functional in the slightest.
No. So
it
what
sucks as a map. It's very nice to look at.
what Infinity Ward does, and again, why I'm going back to the fact that I think they're going to be the saviors of this game, is whenever we got Modern Warfare 2019, there was Ground War, which had like the real big maps in it, and then they took those maps, converted them, changed some stuff about them, and that's what ended up creating Verdansk, which was their best Warzone map. So they made Verdansk using the data that they collected from Ground War to then create Verdansk. But the problem with Caldera is whenever Ravensoft came in and they were just like, well, we need to freshen it up, make a new map.
Let's make a new map. I don't know.
They
We're
just-
pulling it out of our ass.
They just pulled it out of their ass and it ended up being something that it's beautiful. The fucking map looks great, but not for an actual like a competitive game like Warzone.
I think one of the biggest problems with it is that it's bigger. Because look, they made it bigger, right? And now you have to run so much further before you encounter some team that's already posted up somewhere that just kills you before you. So you loot for 25 minutes, you run for another 25 minutes, you lose one gunfight and you're done.
See, but that's the issue with what they did wrong with Caldera. They made it bigger. They didn't put anything fucking in it. It's too open. Like it could have had more content. Like it's got a lot of fucking space. They could have just like put more POIs in. You know?
Well, speaking of games that you may win or lose, and it's a life or death situation. You either win or lose the Game of Thrones, Brad.
Oh, that is true. You win or you die.
That's the phrase. My
Yes.
bad. It's been a fat minute. We should rewatch it sometime.
Oh, absolutely. I'll watch it any day of the week. Even season 7 and 8 because I'm not a fucking jack off. So
You can't build up all the suspension and all the story building of seasons 1 through 6 and then throw it all out the
Look,
window. That's like. Have you ever been jerked off and it's great?
Nope.
You've been blown and it's just fantastic. And then have you ever had them just stop? And they're like, yeah, but like I came.
no. In fact, I do that to her. No.
Okay, well, regardless, imagine you're getting the best blows of your life, dude, and you're loving every minute of it. And then like I don't know, maybe like your fucking like dad comes in. I don't know,
Yeah, but
something that ruins it. And then,
George R.R. Martin kicks the door.
yeah, and they're just like, nah. See, I'm not upset at the actors. I'm not upset at how their stories ended because everybody that lived got a happy ending, and that's cool. But everything that led up to that point was spit on, thrown with a bunch of gasoline and kerosene and other flammables, lit on fire, and been thrown out the door.
Like
and
what?
I get it. Bro, you can't have all that build up to John being the fucking Song of Ice and Fire to just have him not do a single fucking thing.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
That's literally
It's poor.
George
it's poor.
R. R. Martin's whole thing.
It's poor.
His whole thing is sometimes your story
Except
just
George R. R.
ends.
Martin didn't write that.
Okay, but he approved it. He was there for
He
the
doesn't
creative process.
care, man.
No, he does care. But that's been his whole philosophy the whole time. Is sometimes, yeah, you're the hero of your own story, but sometimes doesn't work out the way you want it to. Doesn't work out, you know,
If,
you
if the
die.
books coming out don't line up exactly with the show, I'll suck your dick.
Like Robb Stark, all his stuff to be, oh, he's king of the North. And then he just dies at a fucking wedding.
Because he has. There's consequences to what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't want to say. I get it. The Night King. Yeah, it was a super unexpected way that he died, but man, was it boring. Man, what? Having the whole of season 8 crunched down into, what was it, 6 episodes?
Five.
Five.
Unfortunately, and even like past the writers, that wasn't their fault.
I know, they were rushed.
That was it's HBO.
Yeah.
HBO was like, these are the episodes you got to do this in.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck corporate America, man.
That sucks, but it doesn't excuse it. For me, at least. And it sucks for them because, didn't they also, I thought they were lined up to direct Star Wars.
Yeah. But
And then season 8 sucked so bad that they weren't allowed to do that anymore.
But it didn't actually suck. It was rushed.
And
It was,
that
it was
wasn't
condensed.
good.
No, it's not good. But the point is, it doesn't ruin Game of Thrones like everyone seems to think.
It doesn't
does.
ruin it, but it should
Season
have been
8
better.
has no impact on the shock that was the Red Wedding. That made everyone's hearts fucking sink
Because
for a week till the next episode came out.
Seasons 1 through where did they catch up with the books?
6.
6, yeah.
6.
Because the last 2 seasons were like
When
their
Jon Snow
wrap
was
up.
stabbed, yeah.
Oh.
So up until that, they had source material, and then they lost their source material, and even characters like Tyrion just kind of went from being this smart tactical genius to just he just knows. There was no thought behind it. It just felt rushed, and I love the show. I love the people who did the show, and I love that they brought it to me. I love that they got me into it, and I feel kind of cucked out of my ending.
I'm going to say the same thing about Game of Thrones that I say about Star Wars. Even bad Game of Thrones is still good Game of Thrones.
Except nobody talks about Game of Thrones anymore now.
No, nobody does.
They're going to
because
talk about Star
stupid.
Wars for forever.
Because fucking Daenerys didn't win, and so nobody gives a
I'm
fuck.
glad she didn't.
Dude,
I'm so happy.
I'm so
didn't
happy
win.
she fucking didn't win.
I hated her from the beginning.
So here's
Same.
I have to talk about. So my favorite character in the entire show is Jon Snow. I loved him to death. Which is funny because I am one of the rare few at the time because we watched it 2 years ago, right? Not super long,
Yeah,
2 or 3 years
it
ago.
wasn't super long.
That's whenever I
I
first
was
started coming down.
spoiler free to that entire show. So I watched it new. Everyone talked about it. I didn't give a shit. I didn't pay attention, whatever. And if I did, it just went right over my head. I didn't remember any of it. So when we were watching it, it got to the point where at the in season 5 or 6 is when he died, right? Season 5 and 6, the only redeeming character that I actually gave a shit about was Jon Snow. Tyrion was cool, but I loved Jon Snow. And when he died, I legit made everyone stop And I was like, okay, guys, that's it. I'm calling it. I cried. I fucking teared up watching my favorite character just die. And I should have known that something was up because all these fuckers would get emotional when people would die. And not a single tear was shed for fucking Jon Snow.
Yep.
Except me. I was the only asshole crying. And I'm like, guys, I'm done. I can't watch anymore. We'll reconvene. And then the next episode, I'm alive. I'm like, oh, okay. That's why no one gave a shit.
You know what character I used to hate? You were going to say something. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, I thought I heard you gasp or something. I don't know.
He was breathing.
Lyanna Mormont.
Yeah.
I used to dislike her a lot.
Love her.
Lyanna? What's her name? Lyanna Mormont, the little girl from Bear Island.
The one with the face?
What?
No.
No, that's
No,
that's Shireen.
They all
I
had
don't know.
faces.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean.
She was
Well,
like the leader of Bear Island. The
some of them
one
had
girl
more than
where
others.
Stannis came over and he was like, listen, you side with me, not him. And she's like, this 10-year-old girl.
Oh, the little girl. Oh, yes. I know
and
what you're talking about.
and she's just like, look, we only know one king, and it's the king of the North whose name is Stark.
The
Go
North.
fuck yourself.
The North knows no king, but the king in the North,
Whose name is Stark. Quit gatekeeping it.
No.
Man,
Fake
I
ass fan.
remember when they started chanting the King of the North and the entire room started doing it too. Towards the end of the series.
It's so...
So this was, I had to preface that to talk about Daenerys.
She's a piece of shit.
She was cool for like the first season.
Yeah, I enjoy... I feel like
her
people...
for like the first season.
I feel like people will interpret that as you liked her when she was helpless.
No.
No, I
liked her
thought she
story
was strong. I thought she was making great headways, and then Varys died. Not Varys. What the fuck's her brother's name?
Viserion.
Viserion.
No.
No, that's
They
her
got the
dragon.
gold crown.
Viserys.
The dude that
Some
got
shit
the
like
gold
that.
crown.
Yes.
The dude that got the gold crown.
He died, and I was like, okay. But then she just like immediately becomes power hungry, and she keeps going, and then I have to sit for 15 minutes and listen to her talk about her fucking name.
And the thing is, I was okay. Okay, I shouldn't say just the first season. Like the first 2 seasons, when she was like, "All right, we're gonna go back to Westeros, and I'm gonna free all the slaves." That was her whole thing, and I'm like, "That's cool." And then we got 5 seasons of that, and then she started like killing everyone, and that was her whole shtick was, "We're gonna free the slaves." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't fucking like you anymore." And then every time we were like, Westeros things are happening. Oh, that's really cool. Cuts to whatever the fuck she's doing. And I'm like, I stopped caring. Oh, wait. Oh, we're back to Westeros stuff. I'm really excited.
I think it's because they blew her entire character development. in
Oh,
the first
shut the
couple
fuck
seasons.
up! From day one, she's always been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Westeros, kill the fuck out of everybody, and take back my throne."
No.
That wasn't until her
that's not what
brother
I'm
died and she
talking
was
about.
married to Khal. No, that's whenever she got married to Khal Drogo. And man, I remember reading that in 8th grade, and it's like he pushes her down, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I'm like reading it, and I'm like, oh my god.
Khal Drogo is literally just like, "Yeah, we're gonna go over there, we're gonna tear them out of their houses, we're gonna burn everything, we're gonna kill them all."
And then he got cut by, and then he got cat
I
scratched and
wasn't mad
died.
at that. Actually, wasn't mad at that. I thought that was like crazy. Actually, seeing her destroy
I'm not
King's
mad at
Landing.
either. It's absolutely in her
I'm
character.
mad
She's been
that-
burning people alive since day one.
I'm mad that Jon Snow became a fucking simp for her. He let go all of his fucking things, and he's like, sucking on her fucking dick the entire fucking time. And the happiest I was when he fucking stabs her, and she fucking dies, and I'm like, thank you, Jon Snow is back.
I agree with most of that.
What I specifically mean by they did all of her character development in the first season is when she was with the Dothraki, all the way up until when she got to the island and she did the slave freeing thing. From
Essos,
that
right?
point on,
Or I guess isn't that enough?
The whole continent is that.
Yeah.
from that point on until she gets to fucking Westeros,
Slaver
she
Towns or
doesn't do
whatever.
anything. Nothing in between is entertaining to watch.
I don't quite agree
She
with
doesn't
that,
get
but-
any better. She really just gets there, becomes queen, and then lives on her power for like 7 seasons.
Living on her
And
power,
then-
that's what made her boring.
And then season 8 rolls around, and she's like, "Oh shit! It's about time to do something."
Her plot
and she
arc-
goes and does something, which that part wasn't actually the issue with her. It's literally the in between when she's just there, like sitting in her throne, being like, "Yes, I have to make some decisions." That it's so fucking boring.
And so the things that happened to her, like her kingdom and stuff, those were kind of entertaining to watch. But in the whole grand scheme of the things, I didn't care for her character.
You know who got cooked out of the show?
Who?
Euron Greyjoy.
Yeah.
He's amazing in the books. In the show, he's cool and funny too. But man, at the end of the day, he just ended up being a fucking guy for Jaime to fight at King's Landing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was amazing in the books. So was Yara, but her name was like started with an A. They changed
Asha?
Asha, because
Yeah.
they changed it in the show because it sounded too close to Arya, and
Arya.
people were afraid that they would confuse them for some reason. This established character.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, don't you love whenever, like, when HBO or, like, any of the TV programs are like, our viewers are just straight up too fucking stupid to understand this. Man,
Yeah.
that's insulting.
I think... So, I want to go back to Daenerys.
No, Asha wasn't she the wildling?
Yeah, Asha was the wildling that dated.
Osh... Whatever.
Asha. It's something that sounded close to Arya is what Yara's name was.
Yeah.
They just flipped a letter for the show though. Yara, what could we change from this name to not sound like Arya? Yara. Was it Yara in the book?
No. Yara was a different character in the book, I believe.
Anyway.
It's confusing.
So, anyway, the reason why we're so excited is...
Hold on. I want to step back a sec. Because Daenerys, right?
Mhm.
I also hated how Jon Snow simped for her.
Everybody did.
But he only did it after she saved him north of the wall. Which is fine. You know, chick saves you. You know, your wife's dead. You want to get
your
some
aunt
food.
has saved you on a dragon, so
Well,
let's
he
fuck her.
didn't know at that point.
Yeah, since they didn't know he was.
But then he
king
did,
or Targaryen.
and then he kept doing it.
Yeah, but then he... But Jon Snow always did the exact same thing Stannis did. He did what was good for the realm.
Oh, hold on. I agree. You just said the IT guy mouth. Yeah, she's hot. If your aunt was hot, Dob,
You do your
bleep
aunt?
that
Yeah,
out.
you gotta bleep that out.
I'm sorry, it's just so much. You would fuck her? Nod yes or no.
He said yes.
He said yes.
He said
Guilty!
yes.
Guilty!
So, but look,
Stannis.
he did what was good for the realm. So obviously, when he first went down to Daenerys, he's like, no, I'm the king in the north. This is how it's going to be. But then he started to realize that she literally holds all the power. She's got dragons. They're going to kill everything. Fucking, he's got no cards to stand on. So he's just like, all right, my people are going to hate me for this, but it's my duty to protect them. I have to do what needs done. The White Walkers are coming, and fuck, I can't do it alone. I need this bitch's dragons. So he kneeled, right?
Mhm.
He's like, you're the queen. Fine. You want to be the queen? You're the queen. Fine. Just save the North. Save the realm. Right? That's not bad. That's annoying because I'm a big Jon Snow fanboy and I want him to be king of the North because Stark should always rule in Winterfell.
I mean, they did.
My
You're right.
people who hated on Sansa from the beginning, fuck, she was great.
I love Sansa.
She's
the whole way
amazing.
through.
She was young. You had to give character. It was like Ahsoka.
No, they want every
You had to
14-year-old.
preface. Yeah, so you have
to
to
make
preface.
perfect choices.
Yeah, you have to have a preface that she's young, she's stupid, she doesn't know what's going on. She falls head over heels for this random guy who becomes king, and then she's like, oh fuck, she had to grow up quick.
And then she becomes a total badass. Dude, seeing not Renly, Ramsay get fed to his dogs,
Oh.
one of the most badass like things that a character's done to it. Like there's a lot of like bad like, yeah, hey, fuck you.
I literally came that moment.
It was awesome.
I remember watching the Battle of the Bastards, and I'm like, it can't get better than this, can it?
And then he stands up.
And then we see the Battle of the Wall and the burning of King's Landing. I'm like, oh my god.
No, my favorite battle is the Battle of the Bastards.
fucking crazy.
Jon Snow watching his little brother get shot down, and then he gets off his horse. The whole fucking line is just at him, and he pulls out his sword and is just ready.
Yeah, he's mad. He's so mad.
I watched this edit of Aemon saying, "Kill the boy and let the man be born," as he's drawing this sword. Bro, right now, it's such a
Battle of the
when
Bastards was
peak.
When Mr.
insane.
Aemon said kill the boy Jon Snow, he meant Ollie.
That
Fuck Ollie.
motherfucker.
Kill that little treacherous bastard.
Man, I wasn't, like I said, I didn't know, I didn't have any spoilers to this entire show. I didn't know what was going on. And when they walk up to Jon Snow, and they're just like, for the watch, and they start stabbing him, I'm like, oh my fucking god. And what's funny, I think it was a Family Guy that made the joke, or it was something that it was like for the watch.
Mm.
It was either Family Guy or like
pretty sure
Robot
it's Family Guy.
Chicken or something like that. And I didn't get it. And then the moment that happened, I started connecting the dots. I'm like, oh my god, my boy's fucking dead.
Lady Stoneheart would have been sick to see.
That
on
would have been
screen.
cool. So if
bad.
you guys don't know, Lady Stoneheart was Catelyn Stark revived.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she goes through some revenge bullshit, which is
Kind
really
of
great.
like what she kind of like did what Arya did
Yeah.
in the show.
Arya kind of became an amalgamation of both.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see.
Arya was a cool character though.
Dude,
She
the
had a
Stark-
really cool arc.
The Starks got fucked. So
Yeah, they
hard
really
in the
did.
show.
Oh,
really did.
what was her Arya's teacher's name? Who taught her how to fight?
Oh, the wind
Serial
something.
Pharrell.
Oh, he's badass.
Dances with wolves.
I
or
was-
something.
I was so hoping that they would bring him back, that he somehow made it out of King's Landing, and man,
He beat the
died.
shit out of them with a wooden sword.
Fuck,
They should
and it
feel
was
embarrassed. They outnumbered him, but they should have felt embarrassed for like not killing him instantly.
Exactly.
What is it? Dance with the river? He was teaching her about the river or some shit.
The river dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bravosity
Water
river
dancing.
Water
Yes.
dancing.
Water
yes.
dancing.
Bravosity.
So
I also like the fucking dog. What was his name?
Ghost?
No. Like they called him the
Hound?
The
The
Hound. Yeah.
yeah, oh,
He was great.
he's in Hot
Name.
Fuzz.
Yes, he are.
Yeah, yar. He's the
We
trouble
watched
boy.
that before we watched Hot Fuzz, and then you're like, "Hey, look, it's the Hound." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, it blew my mind when I found out.
Yarp.
There's one more character I want to talk about real quick that everyone just fucking hates, and that's Jaime Lannister.
I
His
didn't hate
character
him.
development wasn't ruined.
I disagree.
No,
I don't hate him.
he said he never had any illusions about that he loved Cersei. That was his woman. You know, he would do anything for her. He doesn't throw away his character belt. He hit Brienne, sure, yeah, tap that shit. But then he went back to his love.
Had to make sure that
He fucked
the
Phasma."
Yeah, he had to make sure that it wasn't like, if it was good, he was gonna stay, and if it
That
wasn't,
was
seriously-
wartime hormones. I'd chalk that up to that.
Yeah.
You go to war, you win the war, you
Oh.
fuck a bitch.
Arya fucked a bitch before,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
right in the hay.
Hey.
Hey.
No, that entire I fell in love with that show. That show is fantastic, and even though the ending, I think I'm with Brad on this one. Even though the ending wasn't what the fans wanted it to be, what they expected, I don't think it ruins the series
doesn't.
as
Nothing-
a whole.
Anyone who says it does is stupid. You hear me? You're stupid. Go fuck yourself.
It was great from beginning to end.
Podrick Payne, though.
That is magic cock.
And his magic penis.
I'm so mad that we didn't get any resolution
I
with his
have a-
magic
I-
penis.
I have a headcanon that he just told them to tell him like that he was amazing, and
And
he's
they
just
just-
fucking with Tyrion the whole time.
That would be next level.
No, because was it just that one moment? Didn't it happen again?
No.
It was just that one
I think
moment.
That was it. Yeah.
The fire cock.
Remember, everybody got pissed when Ed Sheeran was on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't get
Oh,
that
he's-
either.
he's
I don't
just-
fucking get that either, dude.
He's not playing a character. He's just Ed Sheeran. Shut the fuck up.
That is why I don't. Again, we always go back to this in this fucking podcast. That fandoms ruin series. They were mad about Ed Sheeran fucking singing along as a Lannister soldier. It's just like one of those moments like, oh, that's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Game of Thrones.
And then you just go past it, but everyone's like, oh my god, they fucking sell out, they fucking Sheeran. Like, fuck off.
Real quick, before we get into our argument, I want to talk about the Joker 2 being a musical. And I saw this TikTok
No.
where the guy had this,
No.
the filter on, and he goes, "I've never told you how I got these bars." Fucking lost it. But yeah, no.
Wait, we ended up talking about. Did you mention it that they're fucking releasing Jon Snow?
No, they're coming out.
That was the whole thing we were gonna get to. We just started
in
talking.
development currently, and we'll see how far it gets. They're planning on doing a spin-off series with Jon Snow.
As long as Dances with Dragons is good and people don't
House
shit
of
on-
the Dragon.
how- yeah. The Dances with Wolves and the birds and the bees. As long as that's good,
I'm excited for House of Dragon because Matt Smith's gonna be in it.
I don't really care for that. Really
I
as
love
much.
Matt Smith. He looks
Matt
great.
Smith's so
I'm
good.
excited because it's more Game of Thrones. I don't really care that it's one of the.
Right? I just want more Game of
I
Thrones.
want more Game of Thrones, and I refuse to listen to / read the books.
I love the world. I love the sword fights. I love the battles.
I want to see Robert's Rebellion so
Oh
badly.
fuck yeah!
Can we like just if we don't watch the whole thing before Dances with Dragons, can we just like
Battle recaps.
yeah? Can we just watch the battles again, guys?
Absolutely.
I would love to see the Battle of the Bastards. I would love to see the Battle of the Bay. What is that called?
Blackwater Bay.
Yeah, that battle was
That battle was
insane.
good, yeah.
I can't believe I forgot about that when fucking Cersei almost killed her kid and herself.
You know what I want? I want 10 hours of Sean Bean, Ned Stark, and Mark Addy, King Robert. I want 10 hours of them just doing shit. I love those two together.
Was that too far back, or is that around the same time period where they were going? To
That would be
take
the whenever they took the King's Landing in the first place. That's when Baratheons became king.
No. But I specifically want them when they're older, when Robert's king. I just want 10 hours of them interacting about bullshit.
Okay, so I'm confused in terms of the timeline. When did the Song of Dragons happen?
Like 150 so years. The Dance of Dragons?
Yeah. I keep calling it the Song of Dragons.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure because it's been a while, but it's either 400 to like 150 years before.
So we're not going to get any characters we know in this show?
No.
Okay. Absolutely not.
You might see Bran.
Well, yeah, we could.
It's possible. Bran the Broke. Imagine being fucking... it's the king!
Oh.
The guy in the wheelchair! Bran the Broken! I'd be like, man, execute him!
Yeah, right. Like just naming alone, it'd be like, are you fucking me? Are you fucking
Named
calling me
after-
the Broken?
Named after Brandon the Builder, and you get called Bran the Broken.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just like, guys, who do you
Because
I wanna
he's the
know-
three
It was like
animated
400
time.
fucking...
I want to know what everyone expected him to do. Like what? He works into a dragon? Maybe he just knows that dragon fire is not going to work on the king, Night King already. Like, and then they're like, oh, he just sat there. Well, yeah, the motherfucker's in a wheelchair. He's a cripple.
Right, he's not gonna go
He
on
can see on had great development. That was the best part about season 8, in my
Yes.
opinion. He was
Yeah,
fantastic.
You're a
It was
good man,
great.
Theon.
And then he just dies.
What
That
else do you
scene
do
got
in
me
that
emotional.
situation?
God, that fucking show got me emotional so many goddamn times.
Yeah,
It was great. It was a great
really
experience, and I'm happy. And this is why I always get so mad about spoilers, is because I don't think I would have had the same reaction to the show knowing what was going to happen and versus experiencing it fresh. Because if I was like, oh, I know this is going to happen, or I know this person's going to die, I won't get attached. But like, if I don't, which I didn't, I feel like that's why I got so deep into the fucking show, is because, yeah, anyone can die, but I don't know who does.
I mean, in fairness, though, I literally almost stopped watching it as soon as Eddard Stark died.
That's season
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Season
I
one.
almost didn't make it past season
Season one.
That motherfucker died, and I was like, why am I watching this? This is fucking stupid.
Cody watched that for the first time, and he literally comes downstairs and he goes, Brad, no, I'm not finishing it. I mean, he watched more after that, but he goes, I'm not. I believe that Ned Stark stood up, grabbed his sword, and fought his way out of King's Landing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And I'm just like, I'm right there with you, buddy.
But he didn't finish the show, did he?
No, he stopped at like season 5.
Oh.
It's just ADHD. He just couldn't.
Yeah, the motherfucker barreled through One Piece. That's insane to me.
Yeah, but he's been watching it since like the 90s, though. So you know,
But exactly it.
it's only been like 30 years.
But exactly it though. I mean, like, because he hyper focuses on certain things and he just dropped other things. It's crazy that he's been able to feel out this entire show.
One Piece is fucking good.
Well,
Show that never stops giving.
I'm watching it now.
Show that never stops giving. That show is fucking
It's a great show.
amazing.
So let's fucking fight about something. And in the spirit of Game of Thrones, are we saying not houses, right? We're
'cause
saying
everybody's gonna
what
say
is the
Stark.
best faction of Game of Thrones? We'll start with Brad because I think we all know we all know who's Brad's.
Okay, so I did the ceremony at my wedding. I've got their emblem emblazoned on my wedding ring. My favorite faction is the Boltons.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Starks. House Stark 100%. We did it. Literally, they're so fucking cool. At my wedding, we did the whole outside ribbon tying ceremony and everything. The preacher kind of fucked it up, though, because he didn't let
Yeah,
us-
he did. It was fucking fun.
He didn't even he didn't even just like, all right, you guys ready to say your vows? And we're just like, cool, you fucked that up. And then my mom afterwards, she's like, you should send him a gift card for helping you. And I'm like, no, he fucked it up. Fuck that guy. But yeah, House Stark 100%. I will live and die on this hill.
So I agree, 100%.
Yeah, you can't argue against them. It's literally impossible.
But-
They're the main characters.
No, but you guys don't understand. The whole reason why you can have the whole Game of Thrones and why they can have these petty wars over the crown is because of one faction and one faction alone. And that's the Night's Watch.
Yeah, how would that work out?
Not very.
Yeah, but they fucking did it until they couldn't. Because no one gave a shit about them. They worked with what they had.
That's true.
Because they were thieves and rapists.
But not always.
But most of them.
But not always.
The only redeeming parts of the Night's Watch is their characters. That's Jon Snow, Mormont, Pip, Gren, and I'm forgetting one. Sam.
Mr. Aemon?
Aemon.
What's the name of the other Stark that was in there?
Benjen.
Yeah, Benjen.
He died immediately.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't die.
He was there at the end.
Cold Hands.
Yeah.
Well, Cold Hands is a different character, but
So,
yeah.
I will live and die on this hill that the whole show couldn't have happened how it did if it wasn't for the Night's Watch protecting the realm as long as they did and up until they physically couldn't do it anymore.
Well, we know our IT guy's House Lannister because he wants to fuck his aunt.
Yeah, family fucking.
Well, I guess he could be a Targaryen. Who gives a fuck?
But yeah, no, it's them, and it has my favorite character of all time, which is Jon Snow, which he's not a Stark. He's not a Stark.
No, yes,
he's
he
not
is.
a Targaryen.
Yes,
he is Jon Snow.
He was declared a Stark by
But
Robb.
that never got to anyone.
Just because he never got the paper doesn't mean it's not true. He's Jon Stark. Go fuck yourself.
You didn't get that. You didn't know. No one knew but the fucking him and the audience.
Imagine
And
if,
whoever intercepted that letter and kept it from them.
imagine if he got that letter. How different the show would have been. He would have went straight to Rob.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's not what we got.
Nope.
I truly see Jon Snow as his own character. He was great as a Stark. I love the Starks. But then he became his own person. And him being Targaryen was like, oh, and then he became Jon Snow again. I'm just like, that's the guy I love. And then he went back to the Wall. And I am A-okay with that, and I love the Night's Watch.
So, Bobby, yours?
He said it's a great one. I don't know if the mic picked that up.
Great one. How could you forget the best one of all? The bravest men that have ever...
He's gonna hit us up with some
The
bullshit.
mountain men that assisted Tyrion. I have all their names.
Oh my God,
Timett,
yeah.
son of Timett. Shuga, son of Dolph.
Yes.
Wielder of 3 axes and feeder of manhood to goats. Anybody smart enough to team up with Tyrion, you know? Proud enough to demand... They demanded payment from Tywin fucking Lannister. The balls that you need to walk up to... He's a great character, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know? And they held their own in a battle with them. They're great. But I have an actual answer.
Wait, before you go there.
Yeah.
What makes me upset is I have heard the book somewhat, and that one battle that never happens in the book is when they're like fighting, I think they're fighting the Starks in the river forest or some shit, and Tyrion has his soldiers. The one where he gets knocked out immediately in the show.
Yeah.
That battle was great.
Yeah.
And you really got to see their characters more in the book, I mean, obviously. And I really grew to like them. I completely forgot about them until you mentioned them. They're
great.
fucking fantastic.
But my actual answer is the Faceless Men.
Oh, wow. That's kind of lame.
It's not kind of lame because they're so good at what they do that they have no feats because they're so good at what they do.
What are you talking about? They walk around.
And that's just all they do. They just, ha. But still, that's all they do.
Weird how head daddy faceless man Jaqen Hagar got his ass,
He's sexy.
Fooled by
Is that the guy that was training?
Stark,
Is
yeah.
that the guy that was training Arya?
Yeah, no. Fine, I guess. But that's just called plot armor.
Starks don't have plot armor.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They're the main characters.
Only
bro.
2 of them, 3 of them died. 4 of them.
4 of them.
Well, yeah,
They
I
had
get
plot
it.
armor till the very end,
Listen.
because they were getting shellacked the whole time.
Yeah, the Starks literally had plot armor. They were the only ones probably in the whole show that had plot armor because the way they got beat up and fucking shit on half the time,
But Daenerys had
and then
too,
they came
though.
back around. You know what I mean?
We were
Like,
literally just talking about how Daenerys had plot armor. through the whole
Technically,
thing
anyone
until
who
the very end.
survives has plot armor.
I mean, you could argue
Plot armor
that
is a stupid concept.
Okay, but again, they're the main characters.
they are the characters
main
that died literally only died for like setup. If you think about it,
Yeah. Well.
like
What's yours?
mine's a hot take.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I actually really liked the Lannisters.
Oh,
That's not a hot take.
you.
We all
I'm
called
not
it.
even kidding.
We all
you
called it.
sister fucking piece of
Nah,
shit.
it wasn't because of the incest. That part could have been written out of them and it would have been fine. I really like the Lannisters because of all the characters in the show, they're the only ones that like changed. except for Cersei because she's an evil harlot bitch, and they're the only characters that like
She changed. She went mad.
Well, she didn't go fucking crazy.
No.
No, they changed the most of the characters in the show. We saw Jaime go from just like his stout, his protection of his sister to then changing sides. Yeah, he went back in the end because that was his one true
His
love.
sister.
You know what I mean?
Jamie's the only one who changed.
But he changed. No, Tyrion had a huge he was in it from the fucking beginning. He had this huge arc. Everything he did was important to the show. Like they were the centerpiece. Like yes, the Starks were the main characters. But the Lannisters were 100% their biggest antithesis.
I feel like you're downplaying every other character that had great character development.
I just don't think
Jon Snow had great character
I
development.
don't think they had enough.
What are you talking about?
Comparably.
What are you talking about? Jon Snow was literally this angsty kid who never felt belonged in the fucking Starks
And becomes a king.
But Jon Snow always had that leadership equality to him. He always was like...
Jon Snow?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He was infallible.
No, he fucking wasn't.
He rarely made the wrong choice.
He just shined really well amongst thieves and rapists.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was good because he was trained, and his dad, quote unquote, was a fucking king. That's it.
That was. Oh, no.
I would argue that Jon Snow constantly made the wrong choice.
But it just always worked out. Yeah.
That doesn't make it the right choice.
But
he got murdered because he made the wrong choice.
But it was the right choice.
No, it was. It was the right choice, but it was the wrong choice.
He always was the guy on the straight and narrow.
Morally, it was the right choice.
Yes.
That sounds like Mithril plot armor to me. Jon Snow was definitely a Stark, but it just always worked out. Not in Game of Thrones. You fuck up, you're done. We've seen it. You know why it works out for the main character? It's because they're the main character and they have plot armor, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Shut up.
I agree with you about their having great character development.
They really did.
I wouldn't say they were the best character development, nor did they outshine any other character development we got.
I think they were just the best.
You know who's weirdly my favorite character of all time, though? Olenna Tyrell.
Tyrells are the best.
Your dog's named after her.
Yes, she is.
Arguably, the Tyrells have the best standing and like they are the most reliable. They have the largest portion of Westeros. Which means they have more population, which means they can grow more land. Which more land means more crops, more food to provide. People need food, especially.
They actually had more gold than the Lannisters.
They are 100% like. Take out our biased standpoint of the Starks. The best house you want to be a part of.
Absolutely. Well, until they all got fucked.
Yeah, but
Martell's got the short end of the stick. I love the Martells.
Oh, that too. I forgot.
I was gonna say if it wasn't for the Night's Watch, which I feel like I could defend more than the Martells, I love the Martells.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just weren't in it enough. Like, because their whole thing was fucking.
You remember when he got his head popped, and my reaction was to start laughing?
Yeah,
I loved him to death. By the way, Pedro Pascal sold him as a tyrant, their whole faction for me.
That was the first time I ever saw Pedro Pascal, and the reason why I love him now.
I remember watching that, and he was all cocky about it. He's like, I'm not gonna wear a helmet. And he starts kicking his ass, and then just all of a sudden gets the upper hand and he crushes his skull, and the one bitch screams, and I just go and everyone's like, oh my god, he's dead, and everyone starts looking at me because they start laughing. I'm just no, I feel bad. I like him, but God, that's funny.
They made a song about him. The Tyrells are in a hilly area, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't the Rose Knight the Tyrell?
Yes. Night of the Flowers.
What was Pedro Pascal's character's name? Starts with an O.
Oberyn.
Oberyn was in the Hill fucking Dudes.
Oh no, I love them, and I feel bad that they really got shafted through the whole thing. They didn't really get to do much.
And then
they would die, and the only plot significance they had after was that they had the one fucking Lannister chick, the girl.
Yeah,
and they had to go and kill everyone, and they just kind of they died from the inside out.
Oh, Bronn is a great faction in and of his own.
Oh, Bronn. Yeah, but still, Olenna Tyrell's the best. She's my absolute.
She's the old lady, right?
Yeah.
Let Cersei know.
Let her know it was me. And if you watch that scene, it's so slick. It is so slick. You see her grab the thing off Sansa, see her put it in the cup, and if you're not
Did they
right on your screen? You don't notice.
Did they? I think I may have asked you when we went back to that spot after she was like, I killed him. Did anyone call that? Did anyone know?
Nobody had a clue.
No one had a clue. It was her.
Nobody knew it was her.
That's crazy.
Want to hear a little fun tidbit before we close out? You might have already known this, but Cersei Lannister's actor and the guy who played Bronn,
Jerome Flynn,
they used to date. They broke up, and they hated each other so much that they couldn't interact on set.
Really?
If you go back and watch, they never have any screen time together.
Never.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's good to know. I actually didn't know that.
It's literally in his contract that he doesn't have to have screen time with her.
So, like, what do we close out? What do we all agree on?
Mountain Man. The Mountain Man.
Yeah, the Martin.
Tibet, son of Tibet.
Sugar, son of Dolph.
They're great.
Wielder of 3 axes. Feeder of manhood to goats.
I think we can all agree that Game of Thrones is great. It's just great.
It had its ups and downs.
Star
It
Wars.
was good.
The fans,
It's fantasy Star Wars.
the fans ate it alive, but it's good. We'll let you out, dog. Give me a second.
Elena's got to go kill Joffrey.
Yeah,
She better close this out.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. If you liked what you heard, please check us out on Twitter at Above and Below 69. If you want to support us, you can follow us on Twitter and leave a rating on the site you use to listen to us. If you're on YouTube, please search Above and Below and give us a like and subscribe. And as always, have an above average day.
Oh, wiener,
Wiener,
sitting
wiener,
next
wiener.
to another wiener, 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 wiener,
Got it,
wiener.
Rex.
What up, Bob?
Valar Morghulis.